Well, hello there all you absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we talk about nature while playing games. My name is Will, and we are back in Monster Hunter World, and today, today, we are most likely taking on Legiana, and we'll be talking about some of the ecology of that amazing beast, during that fight, of course, as well. Now, in order to start the quest, we've got to go chat to the 3rd Fleet Master, so let's just quickly do that. Right up here, hello there.
Now is the time.
Is that so? Is the time now? Yes, I am ready. So we're looking for Zoram Magdaros's trail, and if we find anything promising, we'll look for a safe place to drop down. And here we go, into the Rotten Vale is where we are heading.
It's breathtaking.
It really is breathtaking, yes. Oh, there goes Raffinos, I think it is.
Raffinos.
Of Raffinos, yes. Alright, smallish little winged drakes, parrot-like in appearance. Look at those beautiful beaks there.
They look so free.
Something tells me danger is approaching. Of course, Raffinos flying together for protection against predators, also potentially to find food more easily. Let's see what... Oh, worrisome? What are you spotting?
I think I found something.
Let's set her down. Or not.
Oh, okay. Looks like they're fleeing in terror. Kind of chaotic flight.
As I thought.
Oh no. Oh, hello there, Legiana. Let's see, do you hunt on the wing or do you take your prey? Yes, you do hunt on the wing. Oh, Legiana. That is a beautiful weapon.
We have disturbed its hunting grounds.
Oh. Is it taking more than one? Or it looks like it's trying to catch more than one. Wow. It does look like it is diving into the thick of that swarm or that flock of Raffinos. Okay, so what have you got to say for yourself, 3rd Fleet Master, flying us right into the hunting grounds of the Legiana there? That's not a loathsome monster, 3rd Fleet Master. That is just a beautiful creature doing its best to find food. Rules over all other monsters in these skies. It did look extremely agile. As long as it's out there hunting, we won't be able to reach the base of the Rotten Vale, you say. Okay. Okay, so let's try to hunt the Legiana before sending to the Rotten Vale. Okay, we can do that. Now, in order to actually, you know, survive the fight with Legiana, we are going to just quickly upgrade some of our equipment. And the first thing we are going to go for is a new charm. And we're going to go for the Shock Charm, which gives us 30 extra thunder attack. And as far as I know, Legiana is vulnerable to shock, so this should be a good use of our resources. We're also going to try and protect our Palico over here against the frost, because Legiana does have a lot of frost attacks. We've got our frost resistance at 15, which is okay. We can't get it any higher. I do need Dragonite ore before I can actually do anything further. But for now, we're going to just change our little Palico over here to a Snowico, because the snowman outfit over here, the feline snowcat suit, does give quite a nice bunch of protection against the cold. So now our Palico over here has got 8 resistance to ice, which is nice. Also, Legiana is susceptible to poison, so we're going to equip the feline puke bow, even though Memphis over here will not be using this bow as a ranged weapon. We will just be whacking it with it. It is quite nice that it is a poison weapon. Alright, so I think we are ready. Let's see.
Hey, partner.
That was Legiana indeed, Handler. And we need to take it down in order to actually have the research base set up in the Rotten Vale. Now we've got 2 options. We can either kill or we can capture. We'll see whether we are successful in capturing it. Otherwise, we are just going to, you know, kill it. So we'll see. And here we go. Will and the Snowico are on their way.
We need to clear the way so we can fly down to the base of the Rotten Vale. The airship will get knocked out of the sky if we don't do something about that monster.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we're going to do our best. Okay, flash pods, that'll be useful. So I guess we've got to head on through here. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of Raffinos over here. And they do appear to be eating again, the coral eggs here, basically forming the basis of the food web, with a whole bunch of animals actually eating it. And then, of course, the Raffinos being eaten by a whole bunch of things as well. Right, now, Legiana does seem to be sticking to the higher areas of the Coral Highlands, so let's actually head up to the top, or as high up as we possibly can. We again have a whole bunch of Raffinos feeding here, so this is a great spot to try and find Legiana, although there isn't one in the area here. There is a dead Raffinos over here, but it was killed by the Tsitsiaku, so not what we're looking for. Interesting that the higher that we go, the more muted the colors of the Coral Highland. Because this looks very similar to coral bleaching that we have in coral reefs on Earth, although that is due to things like ocean acidification and a whole bunch of other problems, which results in the zooxanthellae living in the coral dying, and that results in the loss of color. In this case, I think it is just that it is dying, because this is the top part of the Coral Highlands, and down below, close to the Rotten Vale, there are more nutrients, there's more food for the corals. So up here it's kind of like a food shortage, and as a result, the bigger ones eventually do die. Now, we did find old gashes over here of something we are unfamiliar with. So maybe this is Legiana. This also looks like gashes. Yeah, again. Oh, look, there's Legiana. There's Legiana. Oh, goodness. Oh, this is a shrieker. Okay, so we just have to quickly check. Oh, that is a horrible one. Okay, that is a horrible attack. That's quick. Oh, she's quick. Okay, there's a shock trap that has happened. So let's just quickly try and do some damage here. And then let us try to stay out of the way. Okay, so she does so it does a whole bunch of attacks with its very nice claws there. Again. And probably again. Yes, okay. Okay, so that's a nice sweeping attack there as well. Ooh, and that's a big attack. Okay, so interesting what Legiana does do there. Oh, it actually resulted in... It actually got some lovely frost on its tail there. Look how those fins extend on the head, increasing the maneuverability of this beautiful creature. That's a big attack, and that is a nice little one. Okay, let's try to get the Legiana on the ground. There we go. This is how we do it. And let's get a nice whack on the tail there. If we can neutralize the tail... Ooh, okay, that's a steamroll. If we can neutralize the tail, we've got a chance. Because then she can't use the tail anymore. Let's just keep moving. Let's just keep moving. Okay, another lunge or two or three. Oh, there's Legiana material here. May as well grab that, you know. And we have successfully mounted Legiana. So let's try brace. Okay, very agile. That spinny attack. Okay, this is lovely. Accidentally getting a whole bunch of attacks on her. And a nice whack on her. Okay, oh, that's a lovely shriek. Kind of stuns us. Come on. Where is she? Where is she? There she goes. Wow. Able to take off very, very quickly. And the reason for that are those wing tips there. The slotted wings, as they are called. Oh, I have to chat about that when we see her again now. That is an absolutely beautiful creature. Now, interesting, you can see here the 3 toes pointing forward and the 1 toe pointing back. This is the Legiana track here, of course, and that allows it to actually grasp Raffinos right out of the air. Very similar to how a bat hawk would also grab bats out of the air. My dad, for example, has seen bat hawks before. He's seen them in Borneo. I've never seen a bat hawk, but they specialize in hunting bats on the wing, and they've got, you know, claws, of course, like that. To grab on... Oh, there we go. There is the Legiana right there. To actually grab onto the bats. And they usually fly into the thick of the swarm of bats. Specifically, so they have a very good chance of actually grabbing onto it. Let's just keep on moving here. And at the same time also heal. Come on, Legiana. I am going to flash you. There we go, right like that. And let's get a nice whack on your tail there. Okay, some parts are broken. I don't think it was actually the tail there. That's a nice sweepy with the tail there. So of course the tail not damaged yet. Able to still freeze. And that was a nice strong attack there with its tail as well. Now, we do need to talk about the wings there though. Come on, come into the Thunderbug cage over here. Oh, it's a horrible shriek. Wow. Ooh, it is definitely enraged at the moment. Come on, charge at me into the Thunderbug cage, please. Like that, yes. Ooh, that was a very nice attack. So, interesting what Legiana is able to do there is freeze the water vapor in the air. Would only work in areas with a relatively high humidity where there is a lot of water vapor in the air. Now, she is enraged. I'm not going to challenge her while she is enraged. But what she does is she most likely has... Oh, there's a Tiaku as well. Come on, Tiaku. Flash Legiana out of the air. So what she has is she's got a gland, most likely, that produces a compound, a chemical that I think, at least... Oh, there we go, flashing that wrong side to Tiaku. But when that compound comes into contact with something in the atmosphere, it results in an endothermic reaction, meaning that it uses energy, and because it uses energy, it results in freezing. It results in a drop in temperature. And there we go, a nice whack on you. Ah, whacked me as well. Well done, well done. Good on ya. Oh, okay. She is not doing well, is she? She's hungry and kind of running away again. Oh, wow. There are lots of Legiana stuff, material lying around here. Oh, lovely. Let's check. Legiana did go this way. You're most likely... There she is. There she is. Okay. A little bit difficult to see, but the wingtips kind of like leaves. Instead of these Raffinos with the solid wing membrane, the wings of the Legiana are actually slotted, meaning that you've got those feathers, or the feather-like things sticking out. Very similar to what we see in pelicans and storks and eagles and a lot of your bigger birds. And one thing that does is it allows them to have increased lift, so they can take off more easily. They're also, in this case, surprisingly maneuverable. So the Legiana here really is the master of the skies in the Coral Highlands. It also makes them surprisingly quick. Now, they're not the quickest flyers. There would be things that are swifter than them. Swifts, for example, on Earth, they don't have slotted wings. Peregrine falcons don't really have slotted wings to the same extent that the Legiana here has. And you see, this is a Legiana carcass. So it did take out this Raffinos as well. But the slotted wings, they're really a perfect adaptation, an amazing adaptation for the Legiana here. And they're again using... There we go, there's a flash fly cage set up. So we can potentially just, whack it and get everyone, well, everyone except the Legiana dropped out of the sky. Okay, we did bring her low. So let's continue whacking and wailing on her. And we have to just keep on being careful. As careful as we possibly can. Because there's a sweep attack. And that's another one. Okay, now I hope I did not accidentally hit the Titiaku there. The Titiaku will most likely start flashing soon. Or at least get drawn into the fight. There we go, that is the flash. I'm just thinking maybe get drawn into the fight with Legiana. Oh, Legiana is actually... was kind of... whacked out of the sky there, most likely, or possibly by the Titiaku's flash. Yeah, that was another wacky there. And trapped in the cage. Trapped in the cage. Which means it's time for a nice shocky charge blade attack. Oh, okay, right, Ice Blight. So that means We just need to get the nullberry. Luckily, we have got nullberries. I always make sure I've got some nullberries on me. And Legiana is running away again, it seems. Oh, there we go. That's a flashy from the Titsiaku, flashing the Raffinos out of the air. Are you going to take them out now? Yes, you are. Look at that. That's a beautiful hunt. Wow. Magnificent to see there. So the Titsiaku, of course, using its bright flashes to stun the Raffinos and then take one out. Beautiful. Okay. And we get some Titsiaku material out of that as well. And there's Legiana once more. Now, we have got 26 minutes left. So that's more than enough time, I think, to still try to do this. But let's start a nice opening salvo of the flash flies here. Like that. And then we will wacky on its tail, get it nice little whack in there, then try to get its attention to come to us here by the thunderbug cage. Okay, unfortunately we also did not block there. Come on, Legiana. Okay, Legiana is enraged. This is not great, but with the thunderbug cage it helps. Okay, very nice aggressive attacks there. Don't want to mess with Legiana while it is enraged though. Very maneuverable. Again, notice those slotted wings. Oh, that's just beautiful. That is such a beautiful creature. Wow. Look at the ice crystals also forming around it as it is flying. Most likely again. And there we go. That's a nice little whack there with the... That's a nice bunch of ice there. Okay, we don't want to actually stand in the ice there because that will also give us frostbite. The Legiana is right in the area. But we can also flash her out of the air, allowing us the opportunity to do this. And again, the ice crystals forming around her. So that is, again, as she is... Ooh, that's a nice attack. That is, as she secretes that compound that most likely has an endothermic reaction with something in the atmosphere here. We don't know what it is, because, as has been pointed out in the comments, there are different compounds here in this world than we've got on Earth. And this is a fictional planet. Okay, that is Ice Blight again for us. Oh, lovely, lovely. We're just going to eat a nullberry again. And that gets rid of that very nicely. Now, I forgot. We did get the poison knife. And we're going to use that soon. Ah, okay. Soon we are going to use that. Now there's a wiggly lychee somewhere here. Right over here, I think. I think that's going to restore some health. No, that's going to restore some stamina. Okay. Since I no longer have the survivor charm equipped, we are not getting the extra health associated with consumables, with stuff like the wiggly lychee. Okay, we're just going to run past the Seamus here. Of course we are going to be attacked by the Seamus. We don't want to be attacked by the Seamus. We want to go and attack the thingamabob over here, the Legiana. Leave us alone, please, guys. There's the Tiaku, there are Seamus, there's Legiana, there's everybody. Are you taking out the Seamus for us? No, you are coming for us. Very tight corner, that. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. Okay, flashy. Or not. Now what we can do is this. Do the poison. That is, we got the poison knives for a reason. Oh, and is flashed. He has been flashed. And let us use the flashbug cage to just quickly stun Legiana here even more. So Legiana is getting hammered a bit. Wow, I saw those bright flashes on the underside of the Legiana's wings, probably lighting up as she's getting ready to actually use that ability to frost stuff. So it could be that the glands that are secreting the compounds that results in the freezing of the air around her, that's actually located on the underside of the wings, which would make sense because then, she's got that ability to freeze the air around her, and with one single wing blast, she can blast the cold air at you. That's a brilliant adaptation. To me, that would be similar to a cobra, a spitting cobra, for example, being able to produce venom and also spray it at you. Why have something that you can just use in melee in essence? Why not use it as a nice frosty ranged attack as well? I absolutely love the monster design in Monster Hunter. It's amazing. Like, really, they've done an amazing job looking at plausible mechanisms for the animals to use. Really just absolutely stunning. Oh, that kelpie actually climbed up the hill there, very similar to how goats climb up hills. Okay, I'm surprised it can do that. But now the Legiana is somewhere up here. It did have the skull icon, so I think it is actually very damaged. Hello, kelpies. It seems, yeah. Higher and higher we go. Oh, and we're really reaching the top here. I don't think I've ever been here. This is the first time I've actually made it right up to the top here. Notice the dead coral all along here. Oh, this kind of looks like it could be a nest, nesting spot at least for Legiana. Hello there, Legiana. Yes, indeed. Hello there. Now, if this is a nest, Legiana will most likely be extra aggressive, trying to protect it. Now, Legiana, there is a lovely thunderbug cage right there for you, specifically placed just for you. There we go, right there. Okay, so Legiana is enraged. We do just need to be careful now. Extra careful. Because that corkscrew attack, a little bit more unpredictable. The moment things are enraged, the attacks are a bit more unpredictable. And usually faster as well. So we're just going to stay out of the way of the tail there. I mean, it's amazing. The fact that it has that long tail, whip-like in appearance. And that tail actually has multiple functions. As we could see there, it does attack with it. But when it is flying, it can actually spread out that tail. It consists not of a single tail. It's actually bifurcated. It's actually got two tail sections there. It's a split tail. And it can open that up to then, of course... Ooh, that's a spinny attack. To then, of course, actually be increased maneuverability. Just going to shoot you with poison there. And quickly pop a potion. While you're not looking. Let's see. Yes, you can see there the glands, the ice glands on the underside of the wings there. Look at that. Also on the chest there. And the tail. And the tail. The tail also has it. Look at how the tail is frosting over. And then blasting that frosted air at you as the hunter. Oh man, that's amazing. That is amazing. It's got a whole bunch of flaps on its wings, on its body there, on its head, everywhere to increase maneuverability. Really amazing. And again, blasting the cold air. Okay, flash fly cage. Let's use that. And there we go. She is stunned. I keep on calling the Legiana here she, but there's no way to know whether it is a male or a female. I don't think there is any sexual dimorphism in these creatures over here. That's a blast. Yeah, that's a blast. That's not nice. Let's just eat an nullberry. Oh, try to eat a nullberry. There we go. I think this may be it for us. I am stunned, I am cold, I am everything. No, I'm fine for now. Let's just get a nullberry in first. And then get a mega potion in. Just have to... Oh man, just gotta try to stay out of the way there. Ooh, that was close, Will. That was way too close. And again... We still have... No, I don't want to use the binoculars. Will, what are you doing? I still frostbite. I thought I used the nullberry. Apparently I didn't completely use it. There we go. Let's just drink a nice Ooh, almost hit by the frost there. And again, almost hit by it. Yeah. Legiana is an amazing monster to fight. Flashfly cage. Flashfly cage. Yes, please. Right what the doctor ordered. And right on the tail. Haha. Oh, and she's dead. I didn't even see the skull above her. Oh, I wanted to catch her.
Now we can get to the base
Okay.
of the Rotten Vale.
But she is dead.
Let's head back to the research base.
Okay, so let's... Oh, beautiful, beautiful creature. I'm sorry, I wanted to capture you, but I could not. I should have set out the trap. Actually, I'm not sure whether we could. We should have been able to catch this one. But yes. Oh, look at that. Truly, the master of the skies. And now, of course, that we have successfully cleared the skies here, we should be able to actually land in the Rotten Vale, or head down into the Rotten Vale a bit more. And there we go, quest complete. So what have you got to say for yourself, Third Fleet Master?
How incredible.
Yes, we are impressive, thank you. And now we'll be able to travel down to the Rotten Vale. Yep, I'm basically ready. I am basically ready.
The time has come. Let's head down to the bottom of the Vale.
We are going to do that next time, but there is something I want to quickly have a look at here. The Tail Raider Safari. Hello, Linian expert. Yes, indeed, we don't want to waste being airworthy. So the Linians want to go and explore different places. And then, of course, help out in the field. Give the order and the location, and they'll head out to investigate. Might even bring a few souvenirs. Ooh. Okay, so let's see. Let's deploy a Tail Raider Safari here. And you know what? Let's start out small. Let's head into the ancient forest. And let's let them do Route C. Yes. Yeah, let's send them out. And off they go. Cheers, little ones. And there they go. Off to go and explore and do some stuff. Whee! Okay, so this is cool. So now, after my next mission, we should be able to check in here and hopefully get some nice resources from that little expedition that we did. Alright, but I think this is a good spot to also end today's episode, everybody. So thank you very much for joining us on our little adventure here. I'm actually very relieved and surprised that the Legiana fight went quite well. I really expected a bit worse. I expected to die a number of times there, but that was a lot of fun, I must say. Just taking it slow and steady, usually, in my case at least, wins the fight. Now, hopefully, I will be live streaming this Sunday as well. We'll be live streaming PAX Augusta again. Depends on whether our firstborn is arriving, soon. When our son arrives, though, I will be taking off a week, so I will not be bringing out any new videos necessarily then. I will still be breaking up the live streams and releasing those videos then. But do note that if there is no Monster Hunter video coming out in a week, it does mean that we've had our firstborn son arriving and we are spending some quality time together as a new family. But of course, as always, if you've got any questions or comments or anything like that, please pop it down below. And until next time, everybody, stay safe. I'll see you all soon. Cheers!